Today we talk about uncertainty because we found that many people in this time are actually suffering from the uncertain situations.
We are here 2020 and that's one of the most uncertain year that I remember. Everything is unclear. We don't know for how long we would need to deal still with the coronavirus. What does it mean to our financial situation, to our profession, to our life situation? So during this time we can say the uncertainty is very certain. It's very clear that this is what we are dealing with. Many other times in our life we have at least the illusion that maybe things are certain. We believe that we know where to go. We believe that we know what is our profession. We believe that we are secure in what we are doing.
But each time this is taken out of our hands, somehow we are shaken by it and we can lose our footing. We can suddenly feel that we are not capable, that looking for our sense in life is somehow getting confused. Like there are many different ways on how to suddenly react towards uncertainty.
Now, we can say, we many times say, I like not to know. I love the ability of just flowing with the wind, but when it happens, we are quite often want to know. We want to know what is our profession. We want to know with whom we are supposed to be. We want to know what would happen in the future. We are going to people who would tell us the future. It's such a strong need of us to know where my life is going.
And then life comes in play and says, no, this is still all in the wake. It's uncertain if Prince Charming ever will appear, if the children will be God sent, if you are kind of healthy and happy, and. So even if this year was very special, 2020, uncertainty is definitely not a foreigner to life.
So what do we do? What do you do when you feel uncertain? What can you do with that feeling that is so not comfortable, let's say?
The first impulse will probably be to make sure that things get certain again. Now, that's the funny part about uncertainty. We can invest a lot of effort in bringing things back into order just to notice that that is very fruitless, as life has other plans or can change it. So we will not suggest for you to do order and kind of invest a lot of power to control now all of the frames. We have other ideas to this topic.
So what do we do when we want to deal with uncertainty?
Actually, what you can do, and that is almost always certain, is to remember what's your own core. How much life is changing. There are some things about you that develop, that change, that add, but there are also things about you that are at your core, that are your values, that define who you are. So if there is now the tornado all around you, there is a center in this storm, and that's normally very calm and quiet. And the center for us in uncertainty is you.
So we can say uncertainty needs some choice. When we feel that we have some choice, we feel a little bit safer. We feel as if we know where to relate to. And the question is, what is your choice? So clearly our choice is, what do we relate to? How do we respond to uncertainty? So if we are looking at that and say, I want to connect to my own self, I want to connect to my values, I want to connect to my intentions, I want even to connect to my past, my roots, and why I found myself here in these uncertain times. All of that all of my choices, when I'm choosing what to connect to, it already gives me a sensation of center. We can say that any change in our life, any transformative change needs some uncertainty. If someone comes to me for a process and say, I would like to change my relationship, I would like to change how I do certain things in the same way, we need to add some uncertainty into that process. What we know and what we want to change is something that we already know. If we want to drop it, if we want to let go, we many times need to find a way to invite uncertainty. When someone comes to us for a process and say, I would like to change something in my life, they actually say, I want to drop what is certain and bring some uncertainty in order to change into something better, more positive for me, something different.
But in order to look at uncertainty as something positive, you need to have a certain safety within you. You need to have a certain certainty that can actually make you look forward to what is there unknown when you are not really knowing that.
We look at two aspects that are needed in order to bring uncertainty into a place that is positive for us, into a place that we might even enjoy having. One is choice. We choose that it's okay for us to be uncertain, or we find what we are choosing in it, that it's not something that happens to us. We are not helpless in front of us, in front of this. We are not feeling that it's been done to us. We are choosing to accept it. We are choosing to own it. We are choosing to realize what can be done with that situation.
You can say it will make a very big difference if I will here sitting and thinking, okay, Corona just affected us all and I'm not knowing what's going to happen. Or if I'm saying, okay, Corona is there, it's a pandemic, I don't know the outcome yet, I don't know where it's going to lead, but I accept that it is there, and within it I'm actually having a choice already to move, to think, to kind of get informed, not informed. I have a choice in the matter.
So in times in this year, in 2020, when we needed to find out what shall we do, can we teach hands-on? In our school at the moment, it's not so certain what is possible for us to do, but we needed to choose. And each time that we are choosing our path of action, we find more creative ways to deal with our time, creative ways to deal with the fear that comes to our door, creative ways to deal with uncertainty.
Your safety, your choice that you will need to have in uncertain times, that it can transform into something valuable, you will find actually within you. Here within you, it is there.
There is always things that would be questions of uncertainty. So what do we do with that? We find our own core. Here in us, the certainty, the knowledge of who we are exists there the entire time.
Do you also have any kind of story of uncertainty that actually transformed into something else? Write in the comments below. We will really looking forward to reading yours.
Tell us about your uncertainty. Tell us about what you found out about yourself through that story.
Bye for today.
Bye.